I'm joined by Andy Tate. 3-2 win in the end. You said then they made hard work of that. They did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did make very hard work of it. And like I said this last week, it's in this team to bottle it, and it's in this team to come back as well. And it's like a Jekyll and Hyde. It's better the beast, you know. So you don't know what you're going to get. After 4 minutes, I'm doing me best Joe Pesci from Lethal Weapon 4. Effing and effing and effing and effing. What can you do? To lose a goal from a corner is actually, let's say, Wan-Bissaka, Rashford got rinsed. And to be fair, he took his goal well, and he just power taking forward.
Yeah.
Then a couple of minutes later, it's schoolboy defending. It was like Brentford for a few minutes.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes were Brentford. So absolutely, oh God. Then let's say 2-0. To come back, we had a little bit about us. After like 15 minutes, we started to come into it a little bit. Rashford, Bruno, Casemiro, all coming in. Let's say Bruno did the shot. Rashford cut in, flicked it for Eriksen to make it 2-1. And like you say, then we sort of slowed the pace down again. There's no urgency, and then it's like slow build up, because that's what you're going to get. Because Nottingham Forest defend, and the second half, absolute, like you say, patience. It was like, why wasn't it like the Alamo, like throwing everything, like when you go out on the Death Star, when you just shoot down, and you got shooters everywhere. Why can't we go like that at them? But it was about patience today. And we've got the job done. We've got a great goal from Casemiro and a penalty from Bruno. And 11 minutes injury time as well. We had it all today, Joe. We had it all, absolutely. From carnage to crying to happiness and absolute frustration.
It was mad, wasn't it? It was one of those games that was just, like you said, there were these spells where it was a bit of patience, but literally everything you can imagine happened. Red card, penalty, goals at one end, fluky goals, brilliant goals. Oh, actually, maybe the one thing was lacking was a brilliant goal. But United certainly showed a bit of something, didn't they, to get back? Because, you know, it's easy to say, well, you know, Forest sat back, which they did, but to score 3 goals in any game against a Premier League team, regardless of whether they're sitting back or whatever, it shows some level of character, some level of determination that it seemed like United had been missing so far this season.
But again, just like last week, second half, anything that was told is gone within the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get to Tottenham, and they've done it again. They've absolutely, basically, flushed the toilet and flushed all what they've been told away. So, honestly, I mean, like, they got booed off a little bit at half-time. You can understand the frustration. They've had 7 days to absorb this criticism.
Yeah.
And, you know, like last week, he was like looking for sympathy again. You know, it's not fair, you know, like, and the media backlash against Man United. Like I say, I've been watch you guys this week. It's pathetic from the radio. It's pathetic from Sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we've got something about us. And this is maybe what we're going to have to play like this, like we did last season. Dogged. We're not going to play our way out, are we? We're going to have to fight every game to win. And we've got Arsenal next Sunday as well. I've just seen the goals from the Arsenal. It could be, we could get rinsed, or they could get rinsed. It's going to be an interesting game next week.
Yeah.
So it's about having fighting character. And it's still, Rashford is crying out for a goal. He was on a wing today. He did better. I thought Martial did well as well. But Casemiro, sitter, absolute sitter at Stretford end.
Like 2 yards out, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he expected that. I really don't. But I expect when we got the third goal, I don't know why United didn't go for it. To try and go and get an extra one to kill the game off. But United retreated into a shell again.
Yeah, that was strange, wasn't it?
And I say for Munana as well, with a few minutes to go, that could have been 3-3 with 10 men. It's always hard to play against 10 men, but usually you can absolutely destroy 10 men. But United revert to a shell again.
I wonder why they did that, because we did that a lot last season, I thought, where we'd be 2-1 up at home, 1-0 up at home, whatever, and we end up dropping off and allowing pressure. And I thought, first of all, I hope that we wouldn't do it at all this season. But then, as the game was unfolding, I thought, they've only got 10 men. Surely we can just keep the ball and, you know, we've got an extra man in every position.
We had chances. We had chances to break. We had chances to break. Bruno, after we made it 3-2, he's got Sancho on the right. Hold. He makes the pass. And you know what? It's clear as day there on the right. Play Sancho in. Go down. and he can go down the right. I'm sorry. It's about decision making, Joe.
Yeah.
Decision making in this team is absolutely shocking sometimes. You know, I seen that the low back pass to Thingy again, Unana today, just like Lenz to put him under pressure.
Yeah.
So it's in this team. It's like, you know, you pull your hair out, or you bite, you gnash your teeth, you rip your nails apart watching his team. But it's the game you love. It's the team you love. They'll either make your weekend or break your weekend.
Well, I suppose overall they've made it this weekend, haven't they? Even though it wasn't the most amazing performance, it's good that they've come away with 3 points in it, fundamentally.
It's about hard work, mate. I worked last night. I did 7 pallets of washing powder. At least I cleaned up last night.
With help from the washing powder as well.
From washing powder as well, I cleaned up last night at my job. But Man United need to clean their acts up pretty soon for what's coming on the horizon with United.
Yeah.
Seriously. But work together, effort, team. Yeah, that's what you do. And the protest, I stayed there as well.
Yeah, tell us about that. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. About 4,000 or 5,000 Manchester United fans. Very peaceful. Like you say, venting our frustrations, flags, banners, and all that, scarves. And it's just about getting it off the chest. It's tactics. It's a game of chess with this Man United board now, and they come out with that bullshit story this week. We're going to be sold in October. After the debacle of Monday and the 3 contradictions of statements with the Greenwood thing. So, it's about divide. It's all about, and only a United fan base will get these leeches out. Yeah. And it's the only way forward. And if they want a war, they're going to get a war. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well done for sticking around and for the protest. And obviously, you know, we covered that on the channel and on socials. So if you want to see any of that, make sure you go and check that out at Stretford Paddock. But well done, and well done to United today.
Yeah,
Good result.
I can go to work tonight with a smile on my face.
How many pallets of washing powder are you doing tonight?
Oh, God knows.
You could do an extra 1 or 2 now.
Yeah,
after
I could be back on the fruit and veg tonight. You know
what I mean?
I'm just banana spudding it tonight. But I cleaned up last night, and it's up to United to clean up their act for next week.
You know what? I think we should all banana spud it tonight, whether that be literally or metaphorically. United have won. There were some negatives, but let's focus on the 3 points. I'm getting absolutely banana spudded out my head tonight. Thank you for joining us.
That would make a lovely cocktail, by the way.
Oh, it would. A little banana spud. We'll see you in a bit.